Oxford from the inside. The good, the bad, but always the truth.
Hi, I'm Anna, and welcome to a new episode of Oxford from the Inside. The good, the bad, but always the truth. Today we are joined by Nina and Kyana. Would you maybe like to introduce yourselves?
Yes, so I'm Nina, I'm 21. I'm from France, I'm from Paris. My home university is Paris 2 Panthéon-Assas. And yes, I'm in Oxford as an exchange student, like from an exchange program. My subject is law. It's my first years of studying.
Hi, I'm Kyana. I'm 22 years old and I'm from Munich in Germany. My home university is Ludwig-Maximilians-Universität in Munich, and I'm also a law student. I'm in my third year now, and I'm also at Oriel College in Oxford as a law student, obviously. And yeah, I'm really excited for this.
Well, thank you. Thank you both very much for joining us today. And thank you also to everyone who's watching. As you might have noticed, today's podcast is going to be about life as an exchange student. So the first question would then be how you guys learned about the program, and especially like how you applied. Maybe Nina, if you would like to go first.
My home university has a partnership with the University of Oxford. I learned about it in the website of my home university and with talking with other students. And to apply to it, we had like to make a file with your letter of motivation, your CV, your grades. There was like a first selection, and after you have an interview, and it was more about your motivations, personal project, and after you get the answer if you're taken or not.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think,
how was it for you, Kyana?
sorry. Yeah, I think for me it was quite similar actually. So my home university has a partnership with Oxford as well. And we had this like big presentation about just possibilities to go abroad, and there was Oxford as well. And yeah, I was quite excited to do that from the very beginning since I first heard of it. And then I also had to write a motivation letter, write my CV, give my grades of uni and also my A-level grades. And then that was it.
How does the program work? Is there like a fixed quota of students that can come to Oxford every year, or does it work on a one-to-one basis? Do you guys know?
In my university we are 13 from my uni to be in Oxford, and we are split in different colleges like Jesus, Brasenose, and yeah, I'm the only one from my university in Oriel.
Thank you very much. How is it for you, Kyana?
Yeah, I think this year there are 3 students from Munich here, also split over different colleges. And I think it's always like, it's a direct exchange. So whenever someone from Oxford, especially now from Oriel, decides to go to Munich, then we get a place there. So basically it depends on how many Oxford students want to go to Munich or wherever. And then we can, to take their place.
Thank you very much. So maybe a short clarification. Every Oxford student is a part of both the university and the college. So all 3 of us, we're part of Oriel College, which means that we live in college, our tutorials are in college, but then our lectures, for example, are university-wide. So that is kind of like a special thing about the Oxford system. So the next question that we have prepared for today is a bit broader. What is life like as an exchange student? I mean, obviously, COVID means that life is quite limited at the moment, but how have you guys found it? Maybe Kyana, if you would like to go first.
Yeah, sure. So I would say actually life as an exchange student is not different in any way than, well, to that of every other student here. So we're really like part of everything that's going on in an academic way, but also in a social way. Like Nina already said, we live in college and we eat together, we learn together, we do basically everything together. So yeah, I'd say it's really amazing to be part of this like diverse community here.
How do you find it, Nina?
Yeah, quite the same experience as Kyana. Like, we don't feel like being set apart as different students because we are mixed with regular students. So it's quite nice. We're living in the same accommodation. We have done the immatriculation as every regular student. So we are well integrated, I will say.
So maybe another clarification. The matriculation is the ceremony through which we officially become Oxford students. It normally takes place in the Sheldonian Theatre. This year it was held online because of COVID regulations, but it's really nice to know that exchange students also get to take part in that. My next question would be if you guys prepared, like in the summer before coming to Oxford, if there was anything special that you thought you needed to do. Did you get sent any reading lists, or yeah, would you advise preparing before coming? Nina, if you would maybe like to go.
For me personally, about the courses, lectures, I didn't really prepare. After, I think it depends on what's your subject. For me, I don't think it was really much a problem. The preparation was more about administrative paper, like the inscription, like in the uni. After, it was not that much like special, like about where you live in Oxford, like the accommodation, because you have like a room that is for you, so you don't have to look for an accommodation before. After, about like being international, like bank accounts, I had to check. I've got like an online bank account, like it's N26, but I know that a lot of international students have Revolut too. I think because I'm here just for 1 year, so I think it's enough. Like, I don't need like to open a UK bank account. Because it was before the Brexit, so I didn't have like to have a visa, so I don't know what will happen after. And yeah, that was not that much but it was before Brexit, so I don't know after what will happen.
Yeah, since you mentioned the bank account, there is a lot of information on the Oxford website by the university about UK bank account, and especially how to apply as an international student as well, which I found quite helpful because obviously I'm doing my entire degree here. So I would definitely advise for international students to have a look at that before coming. Because some of the processes of opening a bank account might take a while, and it's also lots of information to take in. So that would definitely be a thing to look into before coming. What about you, Kyana? Did you prepare in any way, or yes, how did you spend the time before coming here?
Well, I think kind of similar as Nina, because like academic wise, I didn't really prepare anything. I wasn't sent any reading lists beforehand. So I was kind of happy about that, because I think it was like a lot or enough to worry about just, how to get there, prepare all the documents you need. But also, like, of course, what Nina said, like just checking if your phone provider also works in the UK, which was not a problem before Brexit as well, but now it is getting a problem. But anyways, so just like, yeah, stuff like that, administrative work, I guess. But that was actually all.
Is there anything you would have liked to know before applying, like about the Oxford system? Did you find you had enough information before coming?
I mean, well, there was of course some information just about like the tutorial system in general on the website of the Oxford Uni, which was helpful in a way. I sort of like used it to just like let it sink into my motivation letter. But other than that, I would have like preferred some more information just about like how the general teaching system works, also like how our exams are gonna work. So that would be, yeah, that would have been kind of nice. I mean, it wouldn't have influenced my decision of coming here, obviously, but still, it would have given me like a little peace of mind, I would say.
Well, hopefully these types of podcasts will be helpful to people who are thinking about applying. I guess personally, if I think about what I would have liked to know before applying, it I think it would be that people here are just normal people, I guess. I thought when I thought about applying to Oxford, I thought everyone was going to be incredibly smart. I mean, of course, everyone who's here is very interested in academics, but we're all just normal people. And I guess I would have liked to know that kind of as a reassuring fact before.
That's such a good point. I really agree. Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully these sorts of podcasts would help people, and we're all just normal students. Yeah. So the next question, I guess, would be, how is Oxford different from your normal university? Because obviously you guys have been studying for 2 or 3 years before in another country, another system. Yeah, how is it different? And is there anything that you find particularly challenging here or rewarding? Yeah, maybe Nina, if you would like to go for
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's really different from our home university. Like in Oxford, we have like the campus life, and it's really different because in my home university in Paris, we live like each one in its own like private accommodation, or other students still with their parents. And yeah, in Oxford, everyone lives together, so it's really different. And I think it's kind of a nice thing, especially in COVID times, because everything is closed. And so it's quite nice to meet people, and it's easier, I think, to integrate and meet a lot of people and making new friends. And yeah, about the courses, the tutorials, it's really different because it's really small classes. Like for me, I have tutorial of 2 people, 2 students. So it's really different because I'm used to big classes with 30 students. So it's really different. And yeah, here it's really more personal. Your tutors really know who you are. And yeah, it's really different, and it's not much about learning by heart information, but more about discussing the subjects, thinking, and yeah, it's really different system, but really interesting.
So I guess, are you happy you applied, or you're doing this year abroad, or what you have preferred?
Yeah, I'm really happy to have applied and to discover another system. um, I like the French system too. I won't say the English system is my favorite, but I'm really happy to discover it and see that there is any other method of learning.
Thank you very much. What is it like for you, Kyana?
Well, I mean, I really agree with what Nina already said. I'm used to having, well, lectures of 500 people. So having a tutorial with just me and my tutor is a big difference. Also a big challenge, to be honest. Like at first it was a challenge because of course you're not really prepared to someone like asking you why and why and why that and why that like 100 times. But I've come to really enjoy it because it makes you, well, understand and just reflect about your subject in a totally different way. So like for example, in law at home, I'm not allowed to really have an opinion about it. I'm just like supposed to learn it. And here they really encourage me to, well, yeah, to have an opinion, to ask whether things actually make sense. And I think that is really rewarding. And also, well, yeah, of course, the college system. Also, like Oxford has, I think, I don't know, like a million different societies you can like engage in, and that is amazing because there's literally anything, a society for anything which you can engage in, find people that are sort of like-minded, and I kind of miss that at home. I really do.
I guess since you mentioned societies, I think especially as an international student, that is also quite nice to have. For example, I mean, there's lots of societies of different countries. I'm from Germany as well, and I would say I find it quite comforting to also have the opportunity to meet German people in the German society. Maybe talk a bit of German every once in a while. Yeah, I find that very nice in the Oxford system. of course, the German Society is not just for German people, you know, it's for everyone who's interested in the German culture or wants to learn more. But yes, I definitely agree. There is so many societies around. It's a great way to get engaged and involved. And I think especially in these COVID times, because so many things are online, and I guess societies are a good way to still get to know people. So the last type of question, I guess, is relevant to all of us. It's a bit broader as well. I mean, we're all international students, and I thought we could talk a bit about whether there are things that especially surprised us about the UK, certain customs or norms, or yeah, just anything really that we have to add. Nina, if you would maybe like to go first.
Yeah, from my personal experience, I was really surprised how people are really friendly and really open to meet everyone, and that's quite nice because I'm not used to this type, because in France we are not so open with everyone. So yeah, it's quite nice when you're new in a country to meet new people, like everywhere. Like you can go in a place like in Oxford and just have a nice talk with someone that you don't know. So yeah, I was quite surprised, and it's really nice. Yeah, the like the food systems, the custom are quite different, but it's okay if you know how to cook. If you have nice housemates to cook with, we can really have really nice meals. And yeah, you don't really feel apart as an international student, because I think the half of the students in Oxford are international students. So yeah, Oxford is not really like the typical UK city, so you don't feel as a stranger. So it's really nice.
Yeah, I would say I definitely agree. And I guess I also thought that maybe the language could be a barrier sometimes, but um I have really found that, you know, British people are very understanding if sometimes in a tutorial you're looking for a word and then your mind just goes blank, and then obviously it gets worse and worse. But I have found that both the tutors and my tutorial partners always try to help. They're like, are you looking for this word? Are you looking for another word? I mean, just give me a second. I will come up with it. But yeah, I think in general, I don't think that the language would be an issue. And I found everyone to be very understanding if sometimes, you know, you're looking for a word or you mispronounce something. Yeah, I mean, I've found everyone to be quite helpful. What about you, Kyana? Anything that surprised you about the UK? Yeah.
I mean, I definitely agree with you guys. Like, the people are just, yeah, everyone seems just like happy to meet you, happy to help you, and that is something that came of really great importance for me, because obviously, like, we're far away from home, and that can be challenging sometimes, especially when like a global pandemic is going on, and sometimes you can like feel lost. So it's really nice to just have this community around you. Things I found surprising about the UK. Well, maybe, well, that might sound stupid, but maybe like alcohol prices. I was kind of, I was kind of surprised how expensive it can be to go drinking here, but that is certainly not something that should prevent anyone from coming here. But yeah.
Yeah, I guess if we're talking about alcohol prices, I would say maybe the supermarket system as well. I mean, this is a bit more of a day-to-day life. I find there is a lot of self-checkout in the UK. It took a bit of time to get used to that, but I guess in COVID times it's quite good to, you know, be able to check out yourself. But this isn't very specific to Oxford. It's just getting used to the UK as an international student. Yeah. So this would be all. These were the questions that I came up with. I guess, is there anything else that you would maybe like to add? encouraging words to anyone who's thinking about applying, or yeah, just anything before we end the episode?
I think maybe some like encouraging words, because I think what you said earlier, that we all just like normal people here. I think that is a really important point, because I believe at some point we all sort of like suffer from imposter syndrome and are like, okay, what am I doing here? You know, but that's just, everyone feels like that. So this just like thought of maybe not belonging in here should prevent no one from coming here, because it's just not true. And yeah, well, whenever you get the chance, you just should try to, yeah, just take your chance, and it's gonna be rewarding in any way, definitely, because Oxford is an amazing place.
I agree. What about you, Nina?
Yes, I really agree with Kyana, encouraging to do this year abroad. Like, it's a way to go out of your comfort zone. And anyway, if it's positive or negative, I think there's still a positive, because you have discovered a new way of living. And yeah.
Well, thanks so much. That's all we have time for today. Thank you very much for agreeing to be a part of this podcast. It's been really interesting, and thank you also to so much for everyone who's watching right now. Thanks to all of our followers. Do remember to follow us on social media. Oxford from the Inside, that's our account. I hope you all stay safe and well, and until next time, bye.